Hello, I'm Frank Burlison, longtime sports writer, basketball scout, here to offer some thoughts about two dear friends of mine, two young men. They're still young men, I could say that when you're as old as I am, everybody's young, but DCean Bryant and Travon Bryant, two young men who I've had the great fortune of knowing since they were both basically middle school age kids until watching their high school careers and watching them all the way through college and now since college. And I tell you what, they're two of the reasons why I love what I've done for the last 30 or 40 years, which is basically have a chance to watch young players develop not only as players but as young men and as they get older and go on with their lives away from basketball, and both of them are just outstanding guys. I tell you what, they really get it in my mind. They understand more so than almost any players that I've had the opportunity to write about and follow. They understand that basketball opens up opportunities well beyond just getting a scholarship or what you do in a gym, but in terms of opening up opportunities for your lives beyond basketball and beyond the gym. And certainly they both had the great opportunities to play for coaches both on the high school level, DCean at Linwood High and Travon at Long Beach Jordan, where they played were some of the best high school coaches I've known and best men I've known in terms of the impact that they've had on them as players and young men, and now guys who are also influencing young players. So I just think that what they offer, what they're now turning their lives to, which is coaching younger players or helping influence younger players in terms of their basketball careers, their basketball games, in terms of the fundamentals of the game. I'm gonna let DCean and Travon know how the game should be played in terms of creating the opportunity for the players to become fundamentally sound, so that the individual games that the players develop and evolve and flourish, but also the impact that they have on teammates and their team successes also flourish. And again, what they're doing now, Travon, after a long career playing overseas, is now working with the Oklahoma City Thunder and again teaching. This tells you what they think of him. I mean, an NBA team is willing to bring him in to teach their big men who are already making millions of dollars, but they value what he can offer them in terms of teaching how players 6'8" and above should play. And DCean, with Orange Luther in the last couple of years, with Chris Nordstrom's program and the vast quantity of players he's helped develop both at Orange Lutheran and with the Compton Magic program, it speaks volumes for them in terms of their understanding of the game and also their passion for the game and their commitment towards giving a lot of young players the opportunities in the court, on the court, and away from basketball that they've taken advantage of. So again, I've known a lot of players, followed a lot of players, and written a lot about players over the course of my nearly 40 years in the newspaper and basketball business. And I look at DCean and Travon as two prime examples of why I've been so blessed to do this, because I've seen two players who take advantage of the game, and maybe in my own little way I've helped them become, created some opportunities for them that they can take advantage of them. And I know that in whatever venture that individually or collectively they pursue, that it's going to be a success, and anyone who comes into contact with them, be it high school players, be it middle school players, be it high school players, be it college players, be it professional players, those athletes will benefit greatly by the exposure they have and coming into with the Bryant brothers, who again, as you can tell, I'm wholeheartedly on track with them as men and as basketball coaches.